And you could spend hours on the computer, on your cell phone, just scrolling and doing things. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, it's been 2 hours later.
How did that happen?
And I've already ordered 5 things,
Better be Nutrafol.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, welcome back to Dear Beauty. We have a guest today, Michele Tyson from Nutrafol, and we are very excited to talk about hair loss again, right, Eva?
Yes, we had a ton of feedback from our last episodes regarding hair loss. So we thought we'd bring in the expert today to discuss a little bit more about Nutrafol.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, thanks.
welcome.
I didn't know you had a
coming.
lot of interest from your last podcast.
Yeah, one of our last episodes, we discussed hair loss and, how it's just become such a key word in the last 6 years.
Yeah.
And that we're having these discussions all day, every day in our chairs and questions on what works, what doesn't work, what they should do. So, yeah, I think that's been our biggest episode yet as far as feedback and comments and
And we've learned so much from you when we've had classes. Of course, you are the representative, and you should know a lot about this, Michele, of course. But I like the way you tell it in a very layman's terms. So I know you've been always in the health field, beauty field, because I met you through other reps at other times, but this one really fits you, doesn't it?
It does, just because I myself was a Nutrafol user before I even started with the company. So that was the win for me, and very into natural, organic, anything that can be non-pharmaceutical was the route for me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
For sure.
And I think a lot of people feel that way, don't you? I
Yeah,
mean,
I think so. I don't know. Sometimes you just wonder, is it just me? But that really is what I'm about. If I can do it that way, that's the safest route for me and the best route.
I think that a lot of women, because of the women that I do see that are really thin up the top, I'm sure that if they came out with a weight loss shot, like for weight loss, they would take it because it is so extreme. But for all of us at this table, we've decided to go the most natural route. Can you tell us about your journey with why you got involved with it?
Yeah, that's a good question. I really started off for myself. I hit a wall. I had a surgery, then you're dealing with anesthesia, right? Mm-hmm. I had hypothyroidism and then menopause. So it was like, ooh, yikes, what's happening here,
Right.
And as someone that has a little bit of an obsessive compulsive nature, I was obsessing about it, to be quite honest with you.
Right.
I did not realize, and I'm sure other people would say the same thing, at least I hope they would, I did not realize how much my identity was tied into my hair. Does that make sense?
Oh my gosh. Well, why do you think we're into this industry? Mm-hmm. And it's every day, don't you find that, Eva, that
I always say it's the crown we wear every day. It's our security blanket.
And that never just even occurred to me, but when it started coming out, and believe me, I was looking at it on the daily. I had my husband looking at it going down the drain, like I was measuring, like it was coming out in clumps. I had lost a lot of hair, up into the fact that I just keep getting my hair cut shorter to meet the new hair that's coming in. But when I got on, I did a lot of research. I didn't just look at Nutrafol. I looked at quite a few companies. Nutrafol was my first stop because I'd heard of it, but I didn't know it was a supplement right off the bat. Like I had no idea. So when I went online and I did all my research, I did come back to Nutrafol over and over again because of the pure, raw, natural plant botanicals, the minerals that are in it. That aligned with me and what I was looking for. And I also knew when I went on, so I went online not knowing, because this is what we do, right? You go online, you're enjoying life, I'm going to get something for my hair. I went into all the research, circled back to Nutrafol, went online, I bought it. It was, I decided I'm going to buy a 3-month supply, right? Where am I getting on a 1 month? That doesn't even make sense to me as a layman, right? And as I worked at Nutrafol, of course, this is cumulative, right? And I knew it was going to take me a minute to get it back. I knew it was probably going to take a good 2 to 3 years for me to feel like, okay, this is on. And I started taking it and obsessively, compulsively. And when I say that, I mean, you guys, I'd go to bed thinking about it. I'd wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it. And it was on all day long, looking at it. I brought a brush. I brought shampoo, conditioner from Nutrafol. I was trying to throw the kitchen sink at it. And I was also doing I don't want to call it a laser, but it wasn't like it was like an Omni Max for your hair almost. An Omni Lux, I think it's called. So red light therapy I was doing on myself at home as well.
And I found with my clients that red light therapy, along with Nutrafol, is amazing. I really am. I don't know. How do you feel about that? The red light.
Don't you think you need more than one thing? Nothing. It's never just one thing that gets you where you want to go.
Right.
Like you've got to put in the hard work to get something to keep moving forward. I did it every night, combined with the Nutrafol for me, and I know everybody's totally different, but for me, because I was watching it, studying it, really I should have just started writing down things. I could have been a case study myself. That's how I was going at it. You know what I mean? And I would say it was about 2 weeks in, 2 to 3 weeks. I would say 2 weeks, because I turned around and I said to my husband, look at my hair. He said, I know. He said, I can see it's not shedding, because I had him watching it shed too. You know, I wasn't going to do this alone. You know what I mean? Like he was going to, I needed somebody to obsess with me. Do you know what I mean?
Right. We're in this together.
And he said, I know, I see it. He said, I can't believe it. And I said, and I whipped around to him and I said, I do a free commercial for Nutrafol because this is on. And then I said, put me down for Mucinex because I do that too. Because I was like, these products work. You feel good about it. And you want to tell people about it. It was like, okay, this is working for me. It can work for you, right? And it was addressing all those things that I was having, but kind of were in the back of my head, if you know what I mean. Aging, lifestyle, metabolism, stress, hormones. I mean, you name it. I was hitting everything on the list that that Nutrafol addresses from the inside out. The vitamins, the minerals. I ended up being low on D, and D was in Nutrafol, but then I also got on a D vitamin as well, then got it up right away. Like there were a lot of things that Nutrafol helped out from the inside out. So I like to think about Nutrafol as functional medicine in a way, right? It's all working from the inside out. And, you know, everything they talk about now is from the gut. And honestly, I believe it after my own journey. And I'll be on it 2 years in July.
So I was not worrying about, as much as you worry about your hair, I worry about my weight, but I wasn't worrying about losing hair.
I feel like we all have something, right?
Yeah,
You're going to pick something, and sometimes it changes and circulates into something else. Like, hey, tomorrow could be, you know, my weight, or the next day it could be my earlobes. I don't know.
Right,
you know?
Exactly. But we want to discuss that with the audience too, because you can start this pretty much at any time in your life. And I'm the oldest one here, which I'm proud to say. And I'm not losing my hair. I want to make that clear that I really listened to I really got turned on by what you said in the meetings and being exposed to it. And you're a wonderful salesperson because you believe in your product, right? And I always said, I can sell anything that I believe in. So, I kind of want all of us to discuss, or you've discussed your journey with it, but Eva has a journey also. But I want people to realize that I'm doing it just because of the benefit from the vitamins, and that I want my hair. I have very fine hair. I don't have just tons of hair, but I have a dense enough scalp.
Right.
But my husband, who has less hair than I have, said, you know what, Mary, it doesn't really matter. I want to keep what I have. I said, well, I'm with you on that. But he said, these are great vitamins. So let's talk about that fact that
Absolutely.
you're the girl that turned me on to it, really.
Yeah, I love Nutrafol because I went through my own journey in 2022. I've been on Nutrafol 4 years. I'll be on it for the rest of my life because if anything, it gives me all the vitamins that I need. Same thing, vitamin D deficiency. I think it's majority of people that live in Indiana, especially in the winter months, are deficient of vitamin D because of the sun. But it just checks off everything I need daily. The first thing I noticed is I was sleeping better. I noticed on it, and skin, my mood, so many different.
I've heard that from a lot of people with the
Yes.
mood. I did not experience that.
Yeah.
I'd like to, but yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, Joey noticed right away. He's like, "Yep, we're gonna make sure you stay on that.
You
and
have a
I'm
year's
gonna make sure
supply
you
every
have
year."
that
That
every night."
ashwagandha is keeping you relaxed and calm.
Yes. So, yeah, and even where I go for functional medicine, they carry Nutrafol because they believe in it so much. It's a private concierge type office, but yeah, I think the last 6 years, it's just, especially hair loss has always been a thing with postpartum and stress and American diet, but it's just
Lifestyle.
lifestyle. Yeah, absolutely. So I love Nutrafol.
Michelle, what in your experience the type of women do you think are going to experience more hair loss than others? Is there someone that you think will experience it more than someone else? Hair loss. Have you seen any of that, or is that a weird question?
No, actually, I think it's a good question because that's something I wouldn't have thought when I started the job. I would have thought, hey, 45 plus, right? You have hormonal things are starting to go in the body, aging, all these things are starting to trend a little quicker than one would want it to be, right? But as I've been in the job, what has been fascinating to me is the number of women 18 to 44 that
wow.
are experiencing hair loss. And a little bit, it kind of breaks my heart because I think, my God, that's when my hair was thick and full and lush. And,
Luscious.
things were
Shiny.
going down. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So you hear a lot, I hear a lot of girls just talking about that in general. And I'm starting to see big connection with the nutrition from what I'm hearing in the conversations with
Right.
girls. And I think a lot of people with stress. I mean, as you get older, right? I feel like there's more stress that is involved with getting older. Maybe you guys
Yeah.
don't, but I see that a
Absolutely.
little bit. You do, yeah. And just having kids and all those things, and just a myriad of things happening. But I would say before it was 45. Now I kind of say I feel like it's everybody, and it can be at any age, particularly for men who probably use the majority of it at a younger age than as opposed to older. So what's great about Nutrafol is it meets you where you're at. Like, okay, this is going on. Okay, we have a formula for that. Well, now I'm had a baby and I'm in postpartum. Okay, now we have something for that as well. So it's meeting you where you're at with vitamins, nutrients that are going to help the body in that phase of life.
Wow. I wouldn't have thought necessarily of, as you said, an 18-year-old to whatever.
That was a
But
surprise.
It's not surprising considering that everything we read about or hear about is that young people are being affected by social media and the stress of living up to social media.
Yeah.
I think
The anxiety
I was gonna say that
that
anxious
generation is feeling. Yeah, is that what they're calling them? The anxious generation. Yeah,
is that what it is?
yeah, a lot of
like
it.
mental health, all these kids, they were in middle school, high school when they experienced COVID. I was running a business and had to shut down for 2 months, but it affected their proms, all these different things. And I think, social media, like doom strolling for hours on end, it's instead of getting outside and,
And the normalization of violence. I believe that leads to a lot of stress with young people. School violence, the violence that we see in the media.
and they're more aware of it. You know, it's like when I was that age.
Yes.
Did we even have Instagram? I don't know.
No,
But
well,
it's like,
no.
I
no,
think,
not, even not I mean, you're young, but
Right.
we did not have Instagram.
yeah. So I think it's more in your face now, so they're more stressed, they're more anxious, they're more worried.
And you could spend hours on the computer, on your cell phone, just scrolling and doing
Oh.
things. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, it's been 2 hours later.
How did that happen?
And I've already ordered 5 things,
Better be Nutrafol.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, she can get it. She doesn't have to worry about that. So again, that's very unique that we're looking at younger people. Hair loss. What are they going to be like if they don't get on Nutrafol at the age of 45 or at the age of 60?
Yeah, that's honestly, that is my biggest regret, that I'm not doing what you were doing, and I wasn't doing something for prevention. Or when I first saw it starting to happen, what was I doing? What was I thinking? Like, what was I waiting for? An invitation to get Nutrafol? Like, what? I don't honestly, I don't
You weren't
know.
aware. You weren't aware.
Yeah, and I wish I was, because that's when even on HRT, things were, just happening that I saw it, but it just maybe wasn't an acceptance in my mind. I wish I would have, honestly, that would be the biggest regret that I have, that I didn't go on it sooner.
The only thing in my life that I am most proud of, it's not the only thing, I'm very proud of my family, but personally proud of, is the fact that I didn't go in the sun. And it has paid off tremendously. Now we're going to push that people start taking care of their hair too, that they stay out of the sun and take and address what you need to do to keep your hair. Because when you're most 18-year-olds, or let's say 10-year-olds, they have beautiful hair.
Yeah.
And they have gorgeous skin. So if we can address all those needs, and the other thing, of course, is drinking water, and which we didn't drink. Did you drink water as a kid?
I still do. That's the only thing
Well, I
Stella
know.
drinks.
See, you're proud of that, but I had to really make myself drink water. So again, I was taking my Nutrafol today with coffee. I thought, what the hell, Mary? Take it with water. But I wanted to get it down, and but the preventative measures that we do today will continue to help us in the future.
100%.
Absolutely.
And you want to also make sure you have a good quality product.
I was just
a supplement is great if it doesn't have fillers in it, if it doesn't have all those things that I don't even know what they're putting in some of them. A lot of them have sand in them.
So talk
thinking,
about
what?
Talk about. I want you to get a little detailed here, which I know you can. Talk about the ingredients of Nutrafol, because it is very impressive.
Yeah, so what's great about Nutrafol is we have over 20 clinical studies, and 3 are pharmaceuticals grade. I mean, this is like a whole new level that Nutrafol does not have to rise up to, right? We are NSF certified, so that's a National Sanitation Foundation, and we're also NSF Sports certified. So this makes sure, hey, you've got the exact ingredients in there that are supposed to be in there. There are 0 fillers. They have scanned dozens, hundreds of ingredients to make sure that these are the right amount in each one. So every single one, you're getting a proprietary amount that is a whole nother level than you would have ever expected from another vitamin. And that's why I think that Nutrafol works so great for so many people. And you really need that 3 to 6 months out while trying it to say, hey, this is even working for me, right? You have your saw palmetto, your curcumin. All of these things are helping and working together, your ashwagandha, to really build and help the gut and give you hair that's less thinning, less shedding. There's even a study that we have called Longer, Stronger, where they have noticed that the density of the hair on Nutrafol is starting to get more and more dense the longer you use it. And also, as you start to age, it can take a little bit longer for things to work as well. So really, really great products in great formulas in each and every one.
The good thing, of course, Nutrafol has a shampoo and conditioner, but you can use it with your other shampoos and conditioners. I know we use Davines here, but I think that's good for a client to know also that they can use it with their other shampoos and conditioners. But you have a wonderful shampoo and conditioner if you go at it the way you went at it, which was a pretty good way to do it. You did the leads light, the red leads light, red light therapy, the shampoo, the conditioner.
The shampoo and conditioner I found, I was using it 6 months out. So I went on, I did the 3 month, right? Because I didn't know this is what we do. We go online. It was $264. Then I got it on the subscription because I thought, okay, this is working. This is on. This is good. Then it went down to $224. Had I known, had I bought it here at the everyday low price of $199.
Oh, we now have our own advertisement. Thank you
Which
very much,
is
Michele.
because you do have skin here and this is a med spa, they are able to offer it cheaper. I didn't know that at the time. In fact, I didn't know that till I went to work for Nutrafol. Had I known that, I would have bought it here. I did buy the shampoo and the conditioner as well. That gave me the strength to the hair, and I could see a difference going off the shampoo and conditioner on the strength.
Wow.
But really, the meat of it all is the vitamins and the supplements. And as always, you always take it with food as well.
Yep. Well, what do you have to say about this, Eva?
To go back with the ingredients is, before I started Nutrafol, I've always done functional medicine since I was 19, like way before anyone was really doing it. And I have like a whole supply of morning and night supplements.
Same.
I mean, I had like 8 in the morning, some I took morning and night, I always have
Oh my God, I'm so bad.
I do
tons
too.
of supplements.
Well, you got to have your omegas.
Yes.
Oh, you've got to.
All the
Thank
things.
God Nutrafol has A, C, D, and E in it. That eliminates. That helps.
Oh my God, I'm going to be back to where maybe you guys are.
And when I was in like high school and early 20s, I just went to like CVS or wherever to get my supplements. And now obviously I was getting, once I made the money, I was able to go to like my functional medicine doctor and get the really good branded supplements. But then once I got on Nutrafol, I take Nutrafol and one other supplement because everything I
amazing.
was taking is inside Nutrafol. So it's actually a massive savings
Yes.
because expensive, really good, supplements, 10 of them probably. And it's all in Nutrafol, so it's more cost effective for me to be on Nutrafol and just take one other supplement.
And you're just always taking something. You know what I mean? It's
so
like
much.
you do a happy dance. Oh, I don't have to take as many now.
20
You
in
know
the
what I
morning,
mean?
20 at night, yeah. And my parents are the same way. Like my mom probably takes, I don't even know how many supplements.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of raised that way.
We need to get her on Nutrafol. Is she on Nutrafol?
No, but my stepdad is.
We need to get her on it.
I know. I do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised more men aren't on it, particularly just knowing that it's natural. I'm surprised, and maybe just as women, we're more apt to go after something than men are. And men are just kind of like, I want to keep what I have. So I'm going to take Nutrafol for prevention. But a lot of times if you mix different modalities with Nutrafol, you've got a full-on win. Like maybe you're doing PRP or microneedling or any of these things. This is an unbelievable combination. The before and afters are shocking for men.
Wow.
So this is like a whole new avenue that I think they're just starting to get their feet into. Kind of like Botox. I feel like it took a minute for men to get into Botox. I think I'm starting to see that happen now where they're coming in a little bit more regularly and they're blending in. They'll even sit down, have a conversation. And now I'm starting to see that movement happen with Nutrafol as well.
Well, and the good thing about a woman is Nutrafol was smart. They went into the beauty salon and they realized that salon and stylist we want to talk about whatever we're doing and whatever we've heard, and we want to make our client the best they can be. Lots of men are going to barbershops, and that might be an area that Nutrafol would think. I don't know. Are you in barbershops?
I just work on the healthcare side. So I have plastic surgeons, dermatologists, med spas.
We need to get into barbershops.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they are. There is a salon side as well.
Well, there you go. But yeah, it's interesting that men don't, and they're well, it'll happen, and it'll slowly happen, as you
Yeah,
said.
it's definitely starting to happen.
I do think it's slower in anything cosmetic for men. Like, okay, what do I do? Where do I go? Is this,
Yeah,
you
just
know?
tell me what to do.
Yeah. Well, and now there's so many places that have hair restoration that a lot of men, I think, may even be going there, which we sell a lot of Nutrafol as well at these places where they like to do the hair restoration surgeries, right? And they're combining Nutrafol with that as well. I think if you get the outside, then you also get the inside, right? Now you're hitting two ways of it coming at you.
Yeah, it's definitely external and internal.
Yes, 100%.
I agree.
Anything else you want to discuss? Michelle?
I do. I have one thing. I was thinking about when I first started watching it all, I noticed the hair shedding was first, right? That stopped for me. Then I started to see little hairs in my part. So you'll start to see things. I did notice this because, as you guys know, I was obsessing about it. And then I noticed it filled in the back of my head. Then it came into the sides. And this took a lot longer here, which this is the part that we see. I want to say this was a good 9 months out for me. And that to me, when I then went to work for Nutrafol, exactly what they said was going to happen is what happened to me.
Wow.
Less shedding, started to fill in. I could see little hairs in the part, then back here, and then kind of came forward. So if you're watching and you're waiting like I was, look for those little things that make a big difference in your overall mental health, honestly, that say, hey, okay, you're on the right track. This is going.
I think that's good information because if we don't know what to look for, we may not think it's working when it could very well be working.
Yes.
And it's
Especially if you're not paying attention. I don't know if anybody's studying what's coming out of their hair, in the shower like I was probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there are a lot of people out there like me. I don't know, but it was a very big shock to me at how well this product worked and how it still keeps working. For me, it was every 3 months I got like a surge in my hair of what
Right.
was happening. I still get that, and I'm going to be on it 2 years again, like I said, in July.
how do you think hair color affects your hair? Did you worry about that when you were losing your hair?
Yes, I was obsessing.
I thought, let's talk about
Yeah,
that.
I did. In fact, I was like, well, what's the point of me using this shampoo and conditioner if it's taking out the color? Like, it was like you're
Well, or
fighting
how about-
everything,
or-
even the supplements. You're fighting everything at once. You
Or
know what
did
I
you
mean?
want to go natural? Did you say I'd rather have my hair and go natural and not get hair color? Or did you think about that at all?
I didn't think in terms of the vitamins, but I would have rather have gone gray than
lose your hair.
Than lose my hair. Oh, 100%. Yes.
So my thought is, did you eat that? Must not have crossed your mind at all that I do not want to be gray, so I'm still going to get my hair colored. I'm surprised you didn't worry about that, getting your hair colored.
No, I did not. The only thing I was worried was the shampoo going to take it out. The shampoo or the conditioner, and it did not, and it doesn't. I use it. So, but I did notice, and when I was doing the shampoo and conditioner, I didn't really notice anything with that stuck out to me like the other things with the supplement, right?
And your hair's still shiny.
Yeah. Yeah. I did notice that my hair looked shiny and it felt less dry as well. So there's a lot in there that helps with hydration to the scalp. I did notice that as well. But I just thought, okay, I'm using everything. I'm doing it. This is on, right? I thought I was like a star, like I'm like, this is going,
Yeah, cool.
And then 6 months later, I thought, well, I probably don't need the shampoo and conditioner anymore. I can go back to my everyday one, which you still can. It still works great. But what I did notice at that level after a month or two, my hair didn't feel as strong. To me, that was a big notice. But I wouldn't have noticed it had I not switched and not used it and back and forth, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
well-
a good question.
Yeah. I mean,
There's so many different dynamics when you lose your hair that you could go in 50 directions, like even the foods you're eating, and what was I eating enough avocado because I wanted the hydration? Like, you start going through all these things, Am I getting enough vitamin E, which is tocotrienol complex, which is in Nutrafol? Like all these things that you wouldn't have thought before. That's why I like to take stuff home, like a little brochure or something. That way I can read about the product afterwards that comes right from the company, which you guys do provide, which I love. But also you can go online and read about it. It's like 1.5 million people are using Nutrafol and they say, hey, I like it. I'm thinking 1.5 million people, they all can't be wrong.
It's true.
Right. And I would read the reviews over and over again. This product has helped me. It's working for me. It's natural. I love it. All these things played into a big part of it.
And as I was sitting here thinking, there's no way in my lifestyle. I'm going to say this differently again. It's not that there's no way. I am so busy in my life doing things that don't just involve working, don't just involve my family. I mean, a lot of things that keep me busy. And to eat right?
Yeah.
To eat right when we don't, we have the worst habits eating.
I mean, stylist.
It's terrible. I mean,
yeah, sometimes you guys don't even eat.
We don't. It's really bad. And then when we get home, how do we fix something quick and easy? We're not going to get. When I see people bring their lunches and pull out these long, perfect meals, I think, where do they get the time to do that?
And they always have the perfect container.
Oh, have
Did
you
ever
noticed
notice
that?
too?
I love a good
a little container with the whole thing. I'm surprised they don't pull out a little salt and pepper shaker with it.
Some of them do. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I can throw a great salad together, but to put these containers with the right amounts and the way they even eat it more dainty than I eat.
They do.
Right?
It's that meal prep. You do have to meal prep. That's Sundays. That's what it is for me. I'll tell you, it can feel like a little bit of a part-time job doing that.
Do you eat perfect?
I do. And I started doing that more so when I got on the Nutrafol. Like all that came together for me. When I saw all the list, the aging, the nutrition, the lifestyle, what I looked down, all those things, what can I control? What can I do on my own? To me, it was the nutrition and the stress. I was going to try on the stress, if you know what I'm saying.
Do you drink alcohol?
I do not, but I was never really a big drinker, to be honest with you. And I might have one here and there, but no, I would say no.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling. I never did, even when I was younger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's an interesting.
Mary's like, I need a wine now.
Give me a glass of
Did someone say beverage?
I am definitely slowing down in my old age drinking. But I think that all of this put together is why you look as great as you do, and you have the hair that you have.
I appreciate it. The hair, honestly, the hair I credit to my hairdresser, of course, at the Beauty Lounge.
Thank you.
The hair products that I use, and also, the main thing is Nutrafol and that it's back, and I can see the results, right? Seeing is believing. You want to be able to see that all your hard work is paying off. Okay, I'm taking these vitamins every day, and this is working for me, and I'm doing it, and this is great. But I want to see results from what I'm doing.
And Michele, you are such a great representative of that company, because I know
thank you.
How well you were doing with your other company, and the fact that you switched a totally different career to go with this. Yeah. You had to believe in it 100%.
I do, and I still do. And I'll tell you, I believe in what's old is kind of new again. Mm-hmm. And if you think about that, then how long have vitamins been around? How long have these plants been around? Right? And I want something that's natural, that's going to be good for me. I'm not buying into just something that's off the market and it's the new trend. Like, I want something that's tried and true. It's going to work. And by the way, Nutrafol is celebrating their 10-year anniversary this year. Yeah, that's exciting. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So all those people can't be wrong.
Well, we want to thank you for your immense information and knowledge and practical advice. Very, very helpful.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Michele Tyson from Nutrafol. Eva, tell them where they can come to buy it.
So Michele came in a few weeks ago and has trained all of our staff here at the Beauty Lounge. So if you have any questions regarding Nutrafol, Our staff here is trained and knowledgeable to help you choose the right product for your needs. And we obviously sell it in-house at the low price of $199 while supplies last.
Yes, that's for your 3-month supply.
That's for 3 months. Yeah.
You get a lot of
And
bang for your buck.
absolutely. And we also have more information on our website. So yes, please stop by at the Beauty Lounge in Carmel. And we look forward to seeing you.
And click the link below.
Okay, we look forward to seeing you guys in 2 weeks. We air every other Friday at 12 p.m. on Fridays Eastern Standard Time. And our next episode, we're going to discuss all things bridal.
Love it.
Baby, let's go.